That's why your boy shook, because he's got nothing to stand on except for the stuff.
A reasonable doubt?
Yes, beyond.
But understand, the police don't make an arrest based on beyond a reasonable doubt.
Well, I'm saying this police officer violated my
So he did.
Arrested me for nothing more than filming.
No. You're saying police don't do that, but that's exactly what that dude did.
Mr. Gonzalez, here's what's going to happen. I do have a lot of work I need to get done.
Well, and part of that is sending over the paperwork so that we can go get our things.
Part of this case, and part of it is going to be this case, okay?
Tell me this. What
I am going to head in, okay?
Tell me this.
All
right. Hey, well, hold on. So we're clear. So we're clear. I showed you the proof that we were able to record in there, right?
You showed me the proof that was on your phone. I asked you to look at it and showed it to me. Then myself and Sergeant Peterson went over. We took photographs.
And it said the same thing that my phone showed, right?
Yeah, and again, I had a hard time reading the red on there.
All right, but still, it's in there too.
Okay.
But see, here's the thing: is that they got the law, and then they wrote it. They got the law, and then they wrote it up on the thing in their own little writing. But it's.
I'm talking to Mr. Gonzalez. Give me a moment.
But it's legit. So I gave you proof that whatever happened, I gave you proof that I was able to go in there and record, and you even said yourself, correct, that I am able to record cops and this and that. The question that you have is that the security was saying that they don't give permission. Well, here's the thing: is that what I told you is that we pay the security too because they work for the court. So that means they have no say, and you should know that.
Okay, but it also means, were there other people in the lobby at the time checking into?
Nope.
I haven't seen.
Nope. Nope. You guys are grasping at straws, and there's nothing there.
I'm just telling you.
And the worst, and you guys keep doing this. It's already been. Our phones got taken on the 31st.
Start showing the evidence.
And it's already the 5th.
You're a cop.
There was not one thing. There's not one thing that dude said on that paperwork is right, and he shook, and he's hiding up in by taking our evidence. And you know what? If our stuff is erased, and that's cool, because if it is, and that's going to be the cherry on my cake, which is going to be a nail to hammer in that dude's coffin, because
if we get our phones back,
and I don't mean that like as a threat. I mean that as a.
Anything is erased.
Mr. Gonzalez, I do have some work to do, but thank you for being civil.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Be civil back though. You've seen the proof now. What's holding it back now?
I just told you. You just don't like being able to.
Because you know the security is saying that they didn't give permission to record us. That's stupid. If that's the case, then we wouldn't have permission to record anywhere in there, because as soon as we walk in, the security would be like, "Oh, can't record us," and there you go. That's not how it works. You know it.
Okay, but I gotta double check. You understand that?
Well, how long is it going to take you to double check? Can we get our phones out today if that's the case?
Okay.
Tell me this: do I have the right to put a spotlight on?
Because all it'll take you is 5 minutes to read the.
What gives that judge and his whole courthouse the right not for me to put a spotlight on them if I believe they're acting and above the law?
I didn't write the Supreme Court rule.
And the Supreme Court did it without the governor and without the state legislature, which means it's unconstitutional.
This is how this is going to happen. I want you to understand.
This is how it gets to happen. You get to make your own rules.
We'll have this discussion outside.
This is how it works. You get to make your own rules.
Well, yeah, see, no way you can't make up your own rules like that. You can't say that.
We're going to go outside.
See, but he's got a legitimate argument.
I understand he's frustrated. I get that.
19-0.
And I want to talk to the chief because I believe your whole department has been.
Well, see, here's the case though. Here's the case though is that
about why I feel.
Even though that's still going.
Department has come.
Even though still that's still going on, and I showed the evidence and the proof and things of that nature, and then the security. If I can record you, and the security is getting paid from the courtroom, that means we're paying them. That means we can record them. We have the right to. We have the right to transparency.
Okay. And I have to know if there's other people in there. I can't just.
You know there was. Well, see, how about this? How about you release my stuff and I got my thing and I show you that nobody was in there both times that I was arrested.
Look, if they don't have a search warrant for it, it's going to get released, okay?
Yeah, but they're going to erase it. That's the thing.
They're not going to erase it. That doesn't do anybody.
Your boy is shook. Your boy is scared because everything he did is illegal. Hey.
Okay.
So if you go through that, it's only going to take you like 5 minutes to look that up. If you can't do that, I'll look it up and I'll come and show you right quick. You know what I mean? It only takes 5 minutes.
But it's not just that, and I have to talk to the case detective as well, the one that's going to move forward with the case to see if they're going to issue it for prosecution. Okay, you're going to have.
Hey, but see, you can't. Right there, you have no foot to stand on. Right there, you have no. Right there, you have no foot to stand on. Right there, you have no foot to stand on. What are you doing, man? Fucking corrupt motherfuckers, man. Ugh.
This is why, we gotta say, this whole.
All right.
The internal. 'Internal affair is compromised, and the whole police department is compromised. And the fact that I'm saying this and they refuse to give me the attention of the chief shows that they don't want word going to the chief that everything's compromised.
All right.
Because even the feds would say, that
I can't see the chats on here, so.
The whole police department is
Let me
compromised.
see. All right, there we go. Top chat, light
And
chat.
guess what? It's the middle of the business week.
All right.
Middle of the business day, and the police chief hasn't been here all week. That's the way the police department works. Is for over a week now. So
what happened was, is I can't see the chats, but so what happened was, is we're over here. This is El Chado Negro. So what it was is we came over here. We talked to the lieutenant about getting our phones back, and of course they, they give that whole spiel about, whatever. So anyways, I was like, you know what? If I could prove that where I was at, I was able to record, and I could show you the signs in the building, and I could show you their little Jumbotron sign that they have up, stating the law and all that stuff, 122 and 122-1, which is, or .1, which they totally manipulated it anyways. But I mean, even the way they manipulated still showed that where I was at, where I was able to record. Now, the officer did not want me to record him, and I told him, I said, listen, man, he said, you got to record you, whatever. And then the security guards that were there was like, I don't agree to being recorded. Right? And so the cop came over there and started trying to harass me and this and that. And I was like, listen, man, like you guys don't, the transparency, we get to record you guys. So they're saying that we could record anywhere in the building, but you can't walk in the door because security is going to be like, oh, we don't agree with you recording. So anyways, I showed them the proof that I was able to record, that where I was at is not breaking any kind of law. And then I also, and the lieutenant also agreed with me that we could also, the lieutenant agreed with me that I could record cops and this and that. He says where he's stuck on is that he doesn't know, where he's stuck at is he's saying that he's saying that the security guards might not have the same rights as a police officer that are working for the guards or that are working for the Tucson Justice Court, that the security could say that they don't want to be recorded. And I was like, do we pay this? I was like, why is it that we can pay you? Or why is it that we could record you without asking? He's like, well, because, and I was like, well, because we pay your salary. And I said, and the same thing for those security guards. I was like, we pay their salary too, so we could record them if we want to too. You know what I mean? Well, we want to see if there was anybody in there. And I was like, well, you released my thing. I'll show you that nobody was in there, that I never got anybody. And even if I did, and that's what I keep telling them, even if I did, see, this is where Arizona's messed up. They're trying to say that the individual has the right to say, no, like if I'm recording somebody at a parade, if I'm like I always use this, if I'm recording something at a parade and there's people behind that something that I'm recording, the cops say that they could just come and arrest you and throw you in jail. First, they're going to tell you that you can't record other people, and then if you refuse or they tell you have to leave, then they'll arrest you. Then they'll arrest you, which is stupid because they tell you that as soon as you walk in, and they give you like 2 seconds, and then they arrest you. You see what I'm saying? Like they're dumb and they're trying to pull that shit. So that's where we're at right now. He's trying to say that, we want to see what the security guard has to say. We have to go look that up in the Constitution, and we have to go look, or in the Supreme Court or whatever, and then we have to also look up, we have to also see if there was anybody else in there. And I was like, you know what? I said, in a public place, I said, nobody has expectation of privacy. I don't have expectation of privacy in a public place. You know what I mean? And I don't expect to. Now in the bathroom or behind my locked door in my own bedroom or something, or in my house by myself, I mean, yeah, I expect my privacy. But as soon as I walk out there, you know what I mean, and somebody's taking a picture of their grandparents or something like that, and I happen to see like, oh, I think they might have got a picture of me, I can't run over there and be like, you know what, I'm pressing charges and this and that, and get them arrested and beat up. And that is retarded. That is retarded. These guys are Leon Valley all the way. But the difference between these guys is right here. I mean, Leon Valley, they put hands on you too, and they tase you and all that shit, and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. But these guys will do that every time. Like, I mean, every time I got arrested, I got my ass handed to me, and I showed them twice. I was like, listen, I got arrested here in the same spot. Look at this place. Looks like a warehouse or something. But I don't know, I can't read the messages, or else I'd like to get a hold of you guys to see what's up. Let me see. Hide all messages are visible. Some messages, some potential spam, not to be visible. Let me see. See, it pops up and then it just goes away real quick. I don't know what's up. It's not letting me read it. Or else I would love to read it, but we're down here in Tucson, Arizona, and these guys are so bad and so corrupt. I even just showed them evidence right now, and they're still not gonna believe it. And then actually, I just tried to fire the guy that was his name is Peterson. I don't know his number and shit, but he's a douche. He's probably watching right now. But I tried to fire his ass right now. I told the lieutenant, I was like, I don't want that dude on this case. You know what I mean? Because he's obviously against me. He's not for me, he's against me. Because right now when I told him, I said, look, what about the proof I just showed you? And he's like, well, the red writing, you need to start watching your own videos. And I'm like, you're trying to take this out of something else. So the way it sounds is that no matter what that says, these individual fucking guys are gonna be like, you know what, I don't agree with that. So therefore, I think it says something different. And that's what they're gonna do. And that's why we have the Constitution. That's why we're over here doing everything that we're doing with these guys, because they don't follow that. They want to live by their own rules and make up their own rules and then start putting people in jail and arrested. Like they just arrested this poor man for nothing. For nothing. Even by his own things, he said that I didn't do nothing wrong. But he just wants to see. He wants to see if the security has anything to say about it. And of course they're going to say no, but I don't give a fuck what they say because I pay their, if they don't like it, I'll go in there and fire their fucking asses too. Sick of these guys. Sick of these guys. I just showed them proof too that I was allowed to do whatever I was doing. Record, that's all I did. I took like 5 steps inside the courthouse, inside the door, and they started recording the courthouse, not the courtroom. Even before security, I had weed and I had a knife on me. I wasn't even trying to go into the courthouse. I was just walking in the door to ask a couple questions. And that's all it took. And that's all it took. And right now, Officer Hatch, you're scared. You're shook. You know why? Because you look stupid and you broke the law. That's why. And it's not your evidence. It's my evidence. You have no evidence. They just went in there and looked at your shit. What are you doing now, Hatch? Shook. Shook. You should be shook. Because what you did was wrong and illegal. Oh, my boy over there. I can't even flip this around. Let me just flip this around. There we go. So here we are. So that's what these guys are doing right now. They're talking all kinds of shit, trying to act all tough. Trying to tell me that what I did was illegal. No. So I told him. He's like, well, we got to look at the paperwork and we got to see if the security guards have any kind of rights like that. And I'm like, come on, man. You already know. Why do you have to look that shit up? You should already know. You're a lieutenant with IA and you can't even figure that shit out, man. He's actually pretty decent with me, but. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. We're in this place every day. I'm so sick of coming here for the same shit. For the same shit. That's all we do. That's all we do is come in here and fight these fuckers all day long. Well, I mean, if you go and look on Tucson Police Suck and stuff like that, you could see the signs. You could see the things that it says, like where it's written in Crayola at the beginning when you walk in somewhere. You know what I mean? But like you can see it's written in Crayola, and then they have like another like a jumbotron or something like that, or like a little screen that says the court dates and the laws and stuff, and it's even written right there. And they went, looked at that, took a picture, but like everything else, they're trying to change the wording up to fit their thing, and it's not gonna happen. It's gonna get thrown out. This dude is 19-0 right here. This dude has been arrested 19 times for trespassing and all kinds of stupid shit. Like
the government can't convict you on something because all you were doing was using your constitutional rights, and they can't convict you on that. That's when everything they did becomes illegal act to where
he's been arrested.
They stole from you.
He's been arrested 19 times. That means 19 times they screwed up his whole day, threw him in jail, and every time he's gone out and they dropped all the charges and stuff like that. And if that ain't kidnapping, then I don't know what the fuck is.
And that even made it to where I was just supposed to ended up like getting money donated me to go like research stuff in other states, and I couldn't do that because they had a court order that I couldn't leave the state, and they had court orders stating that I couldn't get involved in politics. This is where they arrested me for filing to run for office.
Mm-hmm. I know they were trying to tell him that they were going to throw him out of this building.
TPOA has been doing something. Now the Lieutenant for Internal Affairs confirmed that I have the right under the Constitution to put any member of government under the microscope. Yeah. Now,
transparency.
I asked him if he confirms
transparency.
I can do that, what gives the judge and his courthouse the right to be above the law and above having a microscope put on their practices, because that makes it to where 1/3 of the government is above the law and doesn't have to be more transparent. Yeah.
All right,
and
so
this is why at this point,
I'm gonna get the numbers so they could call, man. This is bullshit.
Professional standards is compromised.
Let's get Anthony back there. Let's see, what is this? Who's David Schneider?
He's the recruiter.
Oh, he's a recruiter?
Yeah.
So what? I just have him just look up this this information right here and then talk to IA.
Well, this is the guy who you talk to if you want a job here.
Well, I mean, I just want to give them the addresses and the phone numbers and things of that nature, so that way they can call in and speak their mind. Let them know that what they're doing is illegal. I mean, if that's what you want to do, it's up to you. I don't give a fuck. I do, but I don't. Let's see. I'll try and find it. Anyways, it's Tucson Police Department, South Tucson, or South Stone. Hey, boss. Hey, all right. But yeah, guess what I did? I showed him my evidence that's saying that I could record in the lobby and everything right there. Well, because I got arrested for recording inside the courtroom, and I showed him the evidence that we could record right there, and I showed him their own little signs and posters and stuff that they got up in there, okay, and which says that I am allowed to do that, and I showed it to them, and they're still like, I showed it to the lieutenant and everybody, and they're still like, oh well, it's not. I'm like, that's in their thing. I showed it to them.
What's your legal point?
All right, see, look, they arrested me and then they took my phone. They took our phone.
So you're saying it shouldn't have been taken?
Yeah, I shouldn't even been arrested. This guy shouldn't even been pulled to the ground. But I mean, from there on out,
I was filming on a public sidewalk.
And
what gives them the right?
And so what they told me,
take my property.
Why do you go through that today?
So what they told me is that you know, I showed them the sign. They went and took pictures of it and this and that, but they're trying to reward it to fit what they want. But I was like, no, look at they said
use that information to prepare your case when you go ahead and go to court, because you're going to go to court on it, right?
I shouldn't even have to go to court. I just showed him the thing, okay, so and then he even said right now, like I don't need permission to record cops. I don't need permission.
So you can go to court and fight it, or you can see if you can get a prosecutor who'll dismiss the case prior to even going to court based on your evidence. Do what you want, but it's just a suggestion.
All right.
That's those are the ways going to OPS is, you know, if you're interested in resolving this criminal matter, going to OPS is probably not the first direction.
Well, see, I don't know that. See, this is the thing. Well, see, I don't know what OPS is. I don't know that shit.
I gotta go. That is, you get in the very generic conversation.
But see, yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Remember, I've been kidnapped more than 19 times by this department. I've been assaulted.
He's actually a pretty good dude. He gives me some pretty good advice, I guess, you know. But I still listen to my boys. I really don't listen to no cops, I'll tell you that much. So here we are. Look at everybody likes looking at this shit. So it's like Tommy guns and stuff like that. Don Dillinger. I guess he was caught out here somewhere in this house right here. We're gonna go find it right there today.
Well, I could help you. They always accuse me of being like really loud. Oh, really? Yeah. They
Right.
didn't arrest me
Look at these
for
cops
it.
right
Like,
here.
like there's like the Simon John Hancock. He like.
So what's up? Do you guys know a guy named Sergeant Hatch? No, you don't know? Yeah, thank God. He's gonna end up getting you guys hurt. He's a bad cop. All right, so that's where we're at. Where we're at is they wanted proof. They took our phones because they said I wasn't supposed to be recording inside of the courthouse. And so I showed them the proof that I was able to record inside the courthouse and there was nobody in there. It was just it was a cop and 2 guards. And then some other dude, but I mean, I didn't get him on tape or whatever. But he was just standing over there. That was actually the dude that you know, assaulted me because I wasn't even supposed to be arrested. But yet the cop wants to start arresting me, and then he asked this dude to help him out. I should have slugged him in the mouth, but I didn't know what kind of charges I'd get. You know, so after that happened, I just kind of let it happen and figured enough is enough already, you know what I mean?
Kidnapped and stole my property.
Anthony don't fuck around. That's what I like about Anthony. He's got a voice and he wants it fucking heard. And then I like about him too is he knows all these cops over here. He knows all their dirt, all their dirty deeds, and this and that, you know. So anyways, yeah, so that's what it is. I showed him the evidence that they illegally took my phone, they illegally arrested me, and they still said, all right, the cop, you have permission to record him? And I said, yeah. I said, what gives me that permission? I said, he goes, the Supreme Court. And I said, no, the fact that we pay your guys' bills, you know. I said, that's what gives us the right to record them. And I said, and the security guards, I said, it's the same thing. I said, who's paying their bills? You know, the courthouse, all right? We're paying the courthouse, you know what I mean? It's ours. So they have that, they don't have that right. But see, they don't understand that here in Arizona. Arizona is corrupt and crooked, I'm telling you. If you think you could come over here and walk into this courthouse and not put our hands on you, I dare you to try that shit. Try it. Try it. Try it. Walk over here with walk over here into this courtroom with a camera. Try it. All you auditors out there, try that shit. Try it. Every time. Unless you go in there 5 or 6 deep, don't do that. Go in there by yourself. Or just go in there with one other person, but it doesn't matter. Go in there by yourself. See what happens. See what happens. It's no joke. No joke. I did it twice. And I was arrested twice. The first time was within about a minute and a half. They didn't even give me a time to read the sign. I was arrested in front of the sign that says I could be there recording. They arrested me right there. Threw me in jail. While I was going to jail, they fucked me up in jail. They sent a kite with me. Little bastards with fucking guards over there. It's all right. We'll get the watch. Got it hooked up. And anyways, the second time, I went in there because I had court the next day. I wanted to ask who was the officer that arrested me the first time, what courtroom I was going to go to, because I wanted to write the judge and let him know that I was going to be recording. And there was another question that I don't remember right off the bat. But I was going to go in and ask questions. He allowed me to ask one, and then bad. If you think you can just come over here, try it out. Try it. Just do it once. Just do it once. Grab a camera, come over here, put it in front of your face, and then watch. Watch how quick you'll hear, like security and all them say, oh, I don't agree to being recorded. See, over here, they think that if you pull out a camera and there's somebody, like say like I got Anthony right here, they're saying that they have the right to tell me that I can't be recording and that I have to leave. If I don't leave, then they're gonna throw me in jail right there on the spot. And then they say this like quick. All right, you can't be recording him, and if you do, I'm gonna throw you in jail. Pop, you got it. They don't give you 5 seconds they don't give you 10 seconds to figure out what you're gonna do. They do it right there, boom. And so that's what they're saying. So they're saying even if I go into a courthouse, that's what Tucson police sucks, and Slinky and Anthony, this dude right here, that's why they were arrested last time, because they went inside 104 and started recording, and this girl threw water at him, and then and so that's where they're arrested. It all got dropped, all of it, all got dropped. This right here, 19-0. He's still got like 15 more charges, but he's got like 19-0 right now. That's 19 times he's been arrested, 19 times he's been let go, and free of all charges. But you got to remember, that's 19 times he's been put in handcuffs, thrown in the back of a car, and thrown in jail. You know, to think about it. And then 19 times that he's had to ride it out for months and months and months. You know?
His whole department is compromised. When nobody is overseeing this thing and he's not coming to work, no wonder IA is compromised.
Oh, he's going off. It is compromised.
No wonder
because they don't listen. I just showed IA proof. I just showed internal affairs proof that everything that I did was legit. And the guy who's on my case, he was like, you need to go back and watch your own videos and shit like that. And I told him, I said, you know what? I told the lieutenant, I said, I don't want this dude on my case. He's fired, bro. You know what I mean? I don't need. That's like hiring a lawyer and right off the bat he says you're guilty. Okay, so how much is it going to cost for me to retain you? It's stupid. You know, I'm not guilty. That's why I do this shit. You know, I actually do this shit because I'm sick of everybody pointing their fingers at me like I did something wrong. Whenever I go home, my car's gone or I'm beat up by the cops. They're like, what'd you do? The first thing they ask me, what'd you do? And the first thing I say is nothing. And the first thing they do is like, yeah, right. You had to do something, Pat. It's not like that. Only a few people know that kind of life. And the people that do know that kind of life are always here on live stream. The people that don't know that life are like calling in, like giving the cops congratulations for doing that kind of same shit.
And I need to speak with the police chief. Yep. And everybody says that the police chief is unhackable. Nobody knows where he's at. Which tells me a lot of why the professional standard is compromised.
See, he just asked his dude if he could talk to a police chief because I always compromise them. He's like, okay, you sign in later, bye. Nobody gives a fuck. They don't care. I wish I could read the comments. Trying to. I don't know what's going on. They pop up and then they're gone. See, but that's what it is that dude shook because everything he did was wrong. He arrested me for the wrong reasons. He chased me down for the wrong reasons. He put handcuffs on me for the wrong reasons in the wrong place. And then on top of that, this dude was recording me and they tried to say that he tried to snatch somebody up or something. Stupid. You don't go 19-0 by putting your hands on people. You know what I mean? He knows he's doing exactly what he was supposed to do. And that was to be my witness and record the whole thing, how these guys are treating me. Because that's what it's all about, is transparency, man. I want to show how these guys act with me. Like, I don't even know the laws, you know what I mean? I know what feels good and what feels right inside my soul, you know what I mean? I know what I wouldn't do to another person. But these cops... And so that's why I just want to show. I just want to show how these dudes act, how they treat me, how they act with me, how they talk to me, how they lie to you, how they make you know what I mean? And I never learned all that stuff. I had to learn the hard way. I had to go through the system and figure out all that shit. Like, man, these guys lie to me.
Everybody says that they don't know where the chief is. They haven't heard from him in over a week. Nobody knows where he's at. Nobody knows his schedule. Is this why, like, there's chaos here?
They said they don't know where the chief's at. He's been gone for a week.
Well, she works in the chief's office.
Just taking a paid vacation somewhere?
Nobody knows. The chief, like, nobody knows where the chief's at. Nobody has any contact information for the chief. Nobody has the number for his secretary.
I brought food. You hungry?
Yeah.
Right there inside my bag. So I come prepared, and that's what we have to do. We have to come over here and we have to stay in this motherfucker until our voice is heard. But see, they don't want to listen.
Can I get one of the peppers?
Yeah, take it up. Yeah, take it. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want transparency. These cops are deadly. They use force. If you put them on camera. That's what I'm telling you. All you auditors, try it out. Try it out. If it doesn't work, I will buy you dinner. If you don't go into a place with a camera, the courthouse with a camera, and they do not put their hands on you, then I will buy you dinner and a lap dance and a beer, you know, whatever the fuck. Try it. Try it. I did it twice, you know. You know.
Yeah, those police chiefs were fired for corruption. Well, the last 4 were. I mean, what do you say about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, and then the one.
Record that the last 4 police chiefs were fired for corruption.
Yep. Let's look at this guy. I'm gonna try and show you again. Look this guy up. See if you can see it. I'm gonna look so I can try and show you. All right, there he is right there. Oh, it's backwards. His name is Magnus. M-A-G-N-U-S. He's the chief of police in Tucson. He looks pretty cool though, you know what I mean? But that dude right there. I can't get it. That dude right there. But he looks pretty cool, you know what I mean? And he sounds pretty cool on tape and everything like that, but
Well, that's what everybody in this
I don't know.
department says.
He came over here with a bunch of baggages.
Well, I don't think it was reasonable for the police department to kidnap me. I don't believe it was reasonable for the police department to steal from me. I don't think it was reasonable for the police
He was kidnapped 19 times.
department to imprison me. I don't believe it
You're not
was.
in prison. You can leave if you want.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
because
this guy was arrested 19 times. He was arrested
they
19
never convicted me
and they
of
let him go
anything.
19 times.
That means kidnap, robbery, assault.
Yeah, it does. You can't.
Touch me and you're going down.
Nobody's touching you.
You tyrannous, stop being a fascist. You know
Yeah.
what you need to do?
What's your name?
Go clean up your
Back away
department.
from
What's your
me.
name?
Go clean
Back
up
away
your
from me.
department.
Back
Go
away.
clean up your
I would be
department.
glad to
Go
do that.
clean up your department.
Please
Definitely.
back away from
Go
me.
clean up
Starting
your
with
department.
yourself
Starting
and your
with
attitude.
professional
Back away from me.
standards and the union.
I've never met you before. I have nothing to do with internal affairs. I have nothing to do with the union. You are yelling at a random person
Who
to
works
fix-
for the police
And works
department,
for-
because it doesn't matter what your name is,
Back
if
away
you're
from me.
working for this police department, it's part of your job to
Then I
keep
suggest
this
you go to
police
City
department.
Hall or the Attorney General's office.
Yeah, that's where your union originally
City Hall.
arrested me for speaking about all this.
You're welcome to speak anything you want. It's a
Yeah,
free
tell that
country.
to the cops who keep arresting me for speaking.
Okay?
You're about to be 20 right now. 20 and 0.
You do that, go tell that to the cops who arrest me for filming them.
If you have that problem, then you need to go to the Attorney General's office and have them launch an investigation by the state.
Yeah, I've done that. He
Okay.
doesn't care.
Well,
Yeah, they won't.
You know,
P100 still.
It's easy to say something.
Supports a militarized police
if everybody
force.
that you complain to doesn't care, you may need to look at yourself.
No, maybe.
No,
that
we need to
shows
look at
how
the authority and the
compromised
laws.
this government really is, not
Then you're
representing.
welcome to leave.
Where am I gonna go?
This
Anywhere
country?
you like.
This
To
country?
one of
Free
these
country.
This is our
countries
country.
that are worse off
Hey.
because of this government?
You don't tell us to leave our
You're welcome
country.
to go
If you don't like the way,
Yes, so
if you don't like how we act with police officers, then you can leave this
Well,
country.
I'm not.
Go to
happy
Germany,
with you
motherfucker.
Working in a corrupt police force
I am
and
a
McDonald's
random guy
is
that you
hiring.
have never met before.
Yeah, he's just telling people
All
they
right,
can
so
leave the
can
country.
you get me the attention of the chief? Can you get me the attention of the union? Can you make sure IA isn't corrupted?
Complaints can be filed online.
We do it. We
I
got 100
got all
of them.
that and nobody seems
I
to
feel that
know
100
how to
complaints don't have one.
This is where I made a claim
Then
with
maybe-
2 witnesses.
Here's an idea. Go to the press. Go to K-9, talk to Lupita Moreno, and see if she will run your story.
And the fact that
Is you guys paid her off already or what? We don't have money like you to pay that shit.
shows she totes
Then
the
go
blood.
to Channel 4 instead.
You guys paid them all off already, bro. We can't do that shit.
Go
We don't have
someplace
money
to
like
air
you
your
guys.
grievances. Go to the Tucson
I
Weekly that
I
doesn't
think
like
if my phone is TPD Curruption,
Just
I
go-
think I'm in the right
Just
place.
go everywhere else except for where the police are at.
I have the right to be here and tell my
Yes,
grievances
you have the right to
myself.
be here, but I
And which
can't
means it doesn't
keep
matter.
that finger away from me.
What are you gonna do? Arrest
If
me
you
for
assault
pointing
me,
at me?
I will throw you
I'm
on the
not
ground,
gonna assault
handcuff
you.
you,
I'm
and
not
arrest
gonna
you.
assault you.
Then we'll be fine.
But it's nice to see you
Then it'll be
making
I'm not
threats.
threatening you.
You are
I'm
making
explaining to
threats.
you the consequences of your
Well,
actions.
the consequences of you not.
He can point
keeping
at you as much as he
corruption
wants.
Out of your department falls on you.
I have nothing to do with that.
Well, it
I am
does
the guy
now.
that you just
You've
met
now
today.
been made aware of it, so you have a
What would
responsibility.
you like me to do? Would you like me to arrest the chief?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
How
gonna do
about
that.
IA?
Would you like me to arrest the entire internal affairs office?
Yes.
That is a moronic idea.
What if I provide you with
Having an
evidence?
internal affairs like this is a moronic idea.
Go
All
to the
right, who has?
feds. Go to the feds. Go to the FBI and complain that your civil rights were violated.
Dude,
And
they're
let-
too busy with Trump right now.
Let's see, you can't get a satisfaction with the department, you can't get satisfaction with the press. you
It's
can't
our
get
police
satisfaction
department.
with mayor
It's our
or
police
chief,
department.
Mayor or council.
It's our police
You can't get
department and our
satisfaction
government is what we're talking
And
about.
you guys all work
You can't get
together.
journalists with the-
You guys
Then you
all
are
work
really in a
together
bad
and you
position.
all
Yeah,
get
it's
the
all you
bad
guys.
payroll.
Here's a
Yeah, I'm
question.
in a bad position. My government's corrupt.
Hello?
Good. I hope you do something about what you're hearing.
Yeah, we're
You
here.
are so corrupt. How come you aren't in handcuffs right now?
Yeah, but you know what they
How
said?
come I've been in handcuffs
That wasn't
19
the
times
question.
before?
Answer the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
If I am so
Because
corrupt,
I'm not doing
Because
anything.
what he said, I'm watching Anthony right here. I got to keep him on tape because this cop's getting acting crazy. But what they said is that they went over there, they looked at it, they took a picture, and check this out. The dude that's on the case, his name is Peterson, the IA guy. He's a fucking fag. I want to fire his ass. But he's like, he said that they went over there and looked at it, they took pictures, and yeah, we could record cops, and yeah, we could go in there and record because that's what the policy says. But they want to look to see what the security's rights are. And I was like, do we pay their bills too? And they're like, yeah. So I was like, all right, then you already know. If we could record a cop, we could record them. So what's the deal? I was like, you know what? It's only going to take you 5 minutes to look that up. Look that up. I said, if you can't look that up, I said, I'll look it up and I'll show it to you. You know what I mean? If you can't look that up, I said, I'll show it to you and you can see right now. I said, because it's not going to take you all day to do that. I said, so once you look that up, I was like, are you going to give us the green light to go get our phones and stuff like that? And then he was like, so they're playing that off again. They're playing that off. Even though I showed him proof that we could, even though I showed him the proof and everything, and they went and looked at the proof for themselves, that Peterson, he like wants to hang me because like, you know what? He keeps his act up, man. He's gonna fucking end up on YouTube. Watch. But he's acting up, man. He's acting up, and I already showed him the proof, and I already showed him the law. Oh yeah, he's a tyrant. That dude's a tyrant. I told the lieutenant, I was like, he's the head of the case. I was like, I want him fired. I don't want him on my case at all. It's like going to a lawyer. It's like trying to get a lawyer, and the lawyer's like, you're guilty, and be like, all right, how much do you cost? You know what I mean? He's like that. Like, excuse me? Yeah, they're all sergeants in there. Peterson, IA, there's 8 sergeants and one officer, and it's a female. I told him, I said, you need to start doing a budget cut. I was like, we need to start a budget cut with IA because you got way too many officers in here getting sergeants and lobster dinners and not trying to help nobody. You know, so anyways. But yeah, that's where we're at. So they seen all the proof. They seen everything that they need to see, but now they're trying to say, oh, it's security guards. And I was like, okay, so if we could record anywhere in that building, but we can't even walk in the door and a security guard's like, oh, we don't give you permission. I was like, so it doesn't make no sense. They're stupid. I'm online right now. Huh? Yeah, he's over here. He's over here staring at Magnus's picture. All right, bud. All right, yeah, because that's what I told them. I was like, you know what? I showed you and now they want to go through they're looking at you know what? They went to the courthouse, and the courthouse read the law to them and told them that told them something different about the law. They're reading it wrong. They're reading it different. And now they're trying to say, oh, look at, here he is right here. We got good news? We got good news? You ain't looked that up yet, man? Well, I'm going to look that up for you, man, because I'm going to stay here all day, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow, the day after. It's already been 6 days for you guys to illegally keep. Hey, you're fired, dude. Hey, Peterson, I don't want you on my case, dude. You're fired, dude. You're fired, bro. You ain't worth nothing, dude. They need to start the budget cuts with your job, dude. They need to start the budget cuts with your job, dude. You ain't worth nothing, dude. I'm ashamed of the police department for having you as an officer.
Look, let's talk to the chief.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I just hung up on Mark. Hello? I'm sorry about that, bud. Well, yeah, he didn't even look at it. They're not even trying to look at it. They're not even trying to read it. And then that dude Peterson, like, I told him right now, like, I don't want you on my case, dude. You're fucking fired, bro. Dude, they're not firing themselves. They're not getting out of here, dude. How many times do we have to fire these guys?
Are you related to the other?
All right, yeah, I'm here right now. I'll try and keep him from throwing hands on Anthony, but I don't know, man. Because they're about ready to drag his ass out about twice already, so. Huh? All right, all right, so we're just going to take off from here? All right. All right. All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, that Patterson, man, he's no good. And that's a dude on our case right now. That's a dude on my case right now.
Like the whole thing, Peterson was like he was on the safe part, special operations thing to go still and to
kidnap all the blankets and
obstruct
stuff.
our safeguard protest. He also went in.
See, Anthony knows all this shit on all these people.
Went and raided a house down here 3 times one day, and he was the first officer in. The other officers wouldn't follow him in.
Oh, he killed somebody.
The first officer in ended up, and like I got a video that's on my page. It's under my name, Anthony Potter. Like you can hear the guy. He's like pleading. Please stop, don't come in. I'm unarmed. All of a sudden, you hear the door bulldoze, and you hear 6 shots, and then you hear Officer Peterson say that the thing's clear, and then nobody's put on leave. Nobody's guns are like taken to look at anything, and the whole thing's deemed a suicide. And this is where one guy, the cops came and raided his house 3 different times in full ammo gear on what they called was this mental health checkup because of a child custody case and CPS that was involved.
Here, take this as
And so part of what they try to say is that this guy was an anti-police activist, which gave them all rights because he was anti-police to use whatever force necessary. This is where every time the SWAT team or the mental health team goes out to check on someone with a mental issue, that person that's SMI ends up with a bullet in their head, and then them claiming that the cops did nothing wrong, that they were in their right. It's just like there was a guy, he was like SMI, he was also blind and deaf, and they shot him because they said that he wasn't communicating with them. Well, if the guy can't see you and he can't hear you and he's not in his right mind, like how do you expect him to communicate back? And so the guy ended up having 6 bullets, and it's like he ends up, and so I
Make sure I
ended
didn't do
up
nothing.
like writing it on Facebook, and a friend of mine, he put it on his blog. His blog is I forget it right now. Oh, it's Three Sonorans. If you ever want to check out that blog and read the article, it's Three Sonorans.
Oh, with him shooting people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dude that's on our case that I just fired right now. Apparently, Mark fired him. Tucson Police Sucks fired him probably about 3 months ago. I'm sure he's probably fired him about 15 times too. They just won't. So, man, fuck.
And then
Fired.
Like after that happened, 2 weeks went by. His brother ended up being crashed into by a TPD officer, pronounced dead on the scene, who was actually a witness in the family's case.
He knows all the shit. He knows all the shit on all these
And
bad
like
cops.
his family ended up having so much issue that like his wife and his mother and everything moved to the state of Florida to like get away from all this stuff.
If you want to know where we're at 270 North Stone. 270 North Stone, Tucson, Arizona, and Internal Affairs or whatever. There's a, let's see if there's an address somewhere. But yeah, 270 South Stone. 270 South Stone. Is it South Stone or North Stone? South Stone. 270 South Stone. 270 South Stone. Tucson, Arizona. IA. And yeah, so that's what they're doing. So we're still over here, still fighting every day, even though I just showed them policy showing that I could fucking record, that we could record wherever we want. And even in that building's policy, it's a courthouse. The courthouse fucking is trying to give me drama. But
now this is like part of my thing is like I'm looking like if you want to like I think that'll come over here to see it. But you can barely see it over here. But this is
fuck around with that.
but like this is the whole thing. If you really want to like where I'm seeing all this is like right over here. You can't really see it too good. But this is like more of what we're seeing from this police department. We're not seeing them doing any kind of investigation. Look at this. This is what's going on. They're putting theater production. The police department, they're just a stage for the Arizona Theater Company right here. Here's like where everything is really happening. This stuff, it seems to be a stage. Now that we've come in here, we've asked them for evidence that we did anything wrong. We told them, like they even, the IA lieutenant, he agreed that we have the right under the Constitution to put a spotlight on any member of government. And he even agreed, if you don't want to be under the spotlight, don't get into the media, don't get into the government. And like, they're toting the blue line. You know what I mean? You know where they got the blue line located? Right here. Like if you could see this.
Isn't that desecration of a flag anyways?
Look it right here. This is the blue line. This is the blue line right here. Proudly displayed right here. Here's the blue line on the trash can. The whole blue line enforcement right here, that's what they're doing. This is what it's all about right here. And so they're saying, like, they never convicted me. All I was doing was using the First Amendment. They arrested me over 19 times for using my constitutional rights, and they hide behind Capitol cops.
All right.
Hey, there's Tucson Police Sucks.
Tucson Police Suck. Fucking superhero on the way. Fucking. This is my hero. This is my hero right here. got you online on your own channel.
Cool. Oh, you're on live?
Yeah, so want me to just hang up and go?
No, go and hop in.
All right. One. My hero.
So they're saying the police is at one of the courthouses right now.
They said they didn't see that dude for a week.
You didn't see what for a guy for a week.
So they didn't see the chief.
Yeah, like nobody's seen the chief, nobody knows where he's at. Like they tried to get a hold of him, found out he's like at one of the courthouses. He wouldn't say which one.
What's that? Oh, yeah, you do it. Yeah.
And like we're like
My superhero right here. He came to save the day. You see this shit?
The lieutenant says like he's working on it. There's nothing he can really do. This one has to change his process. So like I'm saying, like if they're not investigating, they're not showing us any evidence that we did anything wrong. They can't get a warrant.
All right. Well,
They're like
just get off.
professional standards at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up. All right, so here we go. How you do this? I don't even know how to get off of it now. Right here.
Oh, you're getting up?
Should I get off or no? I'm on stuff.
Go ahead. We'll film this the other way.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's probably been on for about an hour already.
Oh, you've been on for an hour?
Probably.
We're going to serve right now.
Oh, are we? All right, so we're going to head over and go serve some papers.
So like every time we talked to IA, they went into the police union
Let's get Tucson, huh? Want to see what our city looks like? It looks a lot like this, but full of tyrants. It's actually a pretty city, man. Some dude was ready to go hands-on on Anthony for...
Which one, Anthony?
Some big old fat dude named Clay.
Because all, if we serve the city, we have to like serve the Michael Rankin or Chris Avery, someone from the city attorney's office.
I even brought a lunch this time, bro. What time is it? Well, it's an hour shy. An hour and 15. Man, that sucks, dude. I showed them proof and everything, and they're still like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's that stupid.
SIA, their job is to cover up for the cops, period. They don't do nothing else.
Yeah, as that Peterson was like, you should watch your own videos.
They're just saying probable cause. We got probable cause. We stand behind probable cause. So you stand behind arresting a black man in a white neighborhood. Harder, that's offensive and assaultive. Well, like, that's what you guys have been doing for the past 200 years. You got, it was the government that said slavery was legal.
I was trying to read the messages, and I couldn't read them. I have to go back and read them later. So now it's just proving to me that it's not anything with the law. It's not anything with this. It's straight like what do you call that? Like when they want to do something to you because they don't like you or they don't like what you do or something. You know what I mean? What is that called? A grudge. You got a grudge, man. All right. So we're gonna come in here, serve some papers on some law. Squeeze. Okay, all right. You have no weed on me or anything? No, I'm good. No, I'm good. No weed. So here's this. What is this? What is this court building right here? What
This
is
is Tucson City Hall.
Oh, is this Tucson City Hall?
This is where like the mayor has his office at the top, like risk management. This is where you pay your city taxes. This is where you get your business license. Over there is, on the other side of this building, is where they do the city council offices. This is like your city government right here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this is where all the corruption starts and ends.
I'm gonna audit these fuckers.
Hey, where you at? No.
And this is, they actually arrested me here 3 times. They arrested me once in here for speaking about the Geo Group security that's contracted to operate the security of this place. The Geo Group, they're a prison for profit company that the United Nations has called a human rights violator.
225.
This is where the police union arrested me for saying that as long as there's corruption on the force, that nobody should get pay raises or
He's already starting to act crazy. I'll be acting crazy, dude. I was looking at the sign.
Where's the library at?
It's up this.
How far is the library?
It's on the other side right here. Mark. It's on the other side of the plaza right
So how far to walk?
Right around the corner. Yeah.
here. A block.
We'll see how much time I got on my meter. Can I just do it? Talk with Anthony a second. I'm just gonna get my meter.
So, like, this is where the police union arrested me about 7 years ago, because like at the time they were talking about whether to give the police a pay raise. It was all about that kind of stuff with the budget. I got up and spoke and told them that as long as there's corruption in our police department, as long as they're picking on old ladies and robbing the homeless and profiling people for their skin color, that they shouldn't get any pay raise or any benefits or any extra toys. And that's when the TPOA ended up arresting me. That Cockabell guy was working.
That's the guy that's talking shit?
Working the front desk over there. He testified, and he was one of the people that arrested me.
Oh, is that mouthy guy?
Yeah.
That little short mouthy one?
No, he's the taller one behind the desk.
Oh, is that Cachavalli?
Yeah.
Jim Cachavalli?
Yeah, he ended up being one of the people that arrested me, and he testified in court that he had gotten a telepathy message from the mayor ordering me arrested. And this is where the mayor wrote a letter on my behalf saying he never told anybody anything.
Yeah, they're crooked over here. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. All right, you guys.
And that's